Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Shahbaz Gill to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Shahbaz Gill's words. Among today's most important news stories, the first report comes from Sialkot, Sambrial. A wave of fear has broken and a large number of people have come out. Yesterday evening, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI, held a massive public rally there with a huge turnout of the public. This is highly significant because since November 26th, there hasn't been any such large public gathering where the masses have come out so boldly. You may remember that on November 26th, when unarmed citizens and political workers from all over Pakistan reached D Chowk, our state institutions, on the orders of generals, along with rangers and others, opened fire on people's heads. There were martyrs, not just dozens, perhaps hundreds. Many people are still missing. Bodies weren't returned, and families were forced to sign affidavits claiming their sons died in accidents, not from bullet wounds, even though the signs of gunshots were clearly visible on the bodies. What happened on November 26th was in front of everyone. There's nothing hidden about it. It was discussed not only within Pakistan, but also by international media and newspapers. They openly reported how our own state carried out a massacre at D Chowk. After that, naturally, there was hesitation and fear among the public. You could call it caution. Since then, there hadn't been such a large public gathering until yesterday evening. Fakhar Nishad Guman, PTI's candidate for the by-election there, held the rally. On the other hand, the candidate from PMLN, or Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, prominently displayed not Nawaz Sharif or Maryam Nawaz, but Field Marshal Asim Munir's portrait on their banners. You might think they displayed Nawaz Sharif's or Maryam Nawaz's image, but no, it was Field Marshal Asim Munir's. We will try to show you the video and images on screen, but I won't condemn this. In fact, I'll praise it. I'll praise it because Field Marshal Asim Munir is already effectively the leader of PMLN. He supports them openly, and the DGISPR is essentially their information secretary. So with that level of ownership, why be shy? They should openly put up his pictures during the elections so that it becomes clear to the people that one party's leadership is in the hands of Field Marshal Asim Munir and the others is Imran Khan, who is in jail. Let the people vote accordingly. The massive turnout in the rally and the by-election campaign has made it very clear that PTI is winning this from Sialkot. If the votes are counted fairly, PTI will win. If not, then there's always Form 47 used to rig results. Given the public's turnout, they'll only be left with Form 47 to depend on, if even that helps. The public is not holding back anymore. That's how fed up they are. On the other hand, Maryam Nawaz also held special meetings the last 2 days regarding this election. She has fought and pressured the local administration, pushing them to use the entire state machinery to rig this election however possible. Anyway, the result will come out soon. Polling is tomorrow, and by tomorrow evening, we'll know what happens. But the positive takeaway here is that the public is becoming mobilized again. It took them 6 to 7 months to go through this process. After a tragedy, people often ask, what now? I always say, have patience. Things settle with time. Now you can see people are coming out again, and the clearest example of that is Sambrial. The massive rally held yesterday by PTI is a sign of change. The budget is coming, and with the financial pressure and ongoing corruption, people may come out on the streets again at any time. Farmers have been hit the hardest. First they were destroyed in the sugarcane season, then wheat, then again sugarcane, and now maize, corn. Their maize is worthless. Despite maize being essential for chicken and poultry feed, prices of meat and eggs are sky high because the Sharif family runs that business. But the ordinary farmer, his maize is still worthless. The crop yield is very low because he isn't given good seeds or fertilizer. He's been ruined. Agriculture as a sector has been in constant decline since Chaudhry Sahib got involved. His evil eye brought disaster. Farmers have nothing left now. Next news from America. The US Secretary of State has made a major announcement. This should have happened earlier, but it's happening now. Marco Rubio tweeted a statement that, while not specifically about Pakistan, will mostly affect Pakistan and India in the coming days. These two countries have tried to suppress the voices of their citizens in America. Some try to shut down YouTube channels, others Twitter accounts, or even physically attack people or have them killed. US law enforcement knows about this. Marco Rubio said that any foreign state attempting to silence individuals living in America will face travel sanctions. Ideal example, retired. Major General Hafiz-ur-Rahman, who has played a key role in silencing voices, including mine. I know this personally. Now is the time to start legal proceedings against Hafiz for visa bans, as America has made its policy clear. Whether the person is a citizen or a legal resident in the US, if someone from outside tries to silence them, whether from India or Pakistan, that person will be visa banned and restricted from traveling to the US. This is a great start. All those who have faced injustice in the US, who were blackmailed or had family members harassed back home, should now file cases with the US government so visa bans can be imposed. Once it starts in America, European Union bans can follow on the same grounds. As I always say, things take time. We want immediate results, but some processes require time. Things are now taking shape, and you'll see positive developments soon. Now, let's go to the next news from Colombia. An Indian delegation led by Shashi Tharoor reached Colombia and accused Pakistan of sponsoring terrorism. They presented their version and sold their narrative. As a result, when India had fired 24 missiles at us on 6 sites, we couldn't stop even one. Whether we didn't stop them intentionally or lacked the capacity, it's a mystery. Later, our Air Force shot down their jets, which saved our dignity. But the real question remains, why didn't we stop their missiles in the first place, even though we allegedly knew it was coming? The missile attacks, which violated our sovereignty and caused 30 to 35 casualties, led to Colombia issuing a statement condemning India. But now, after the Indian delegation's visit, Colombia has retracted that statement. After this Colombian step, there could be a cascade effect. Other countries might observe this and adopt similar actions. They might also withdraw their statements. On one hand, look at what India is doing, and on the other hand, look at what we are doing. From our side, no delegation was sent, nor will be sent. It's been reported that Bilawal Zardari will be coming to America in mid-June, and here he will engage in lobbying efforts, which will be framed as if he's responding to the India-Pakistan conflict. But tell me, what's the point of coming a month and a half later, when this conflict that started on the 22nd of April peaked by the 6th or 7th of April? If he comes in mid-June, what can he possibly extract from it? Work done on time is always effective, just like how India is handling it. And now he is scheduled to come to America, have his meetings here. Let's see what he gains or secures from the US. But this statement in Colombia, while it may appear minor, is actually a major setback for Pakistan. This should not have happened. Around 30 to 35 of our people were martyred. This is no joke. All right, moving on to the next news from Islamabad. Chief Justice Yahya Afridi has departed for Hajj. Yes, you heard that right. Initially, we only knew that Justice Aminuddin Sahib was going for Hajj, but now it's come to light that Justice Afridi is also going. He will return on the 4th day of Eid. During his absence, Justice Munib Akhtar will take oath as the acting Chief Justice. Now, I don't understand. Have all these judges committed so many sins that one after the other is heading for Hajj? I've always said the amount of oppression you people have committed here. I am a sinner myself, but what I've read and understood of the Quran, Hajj isn't accepted by Allah in this way. When you've been given a position where you're supposed to stop the oppressors and stand with the oppressed, and you've instead become part of the oppression, then whether you perform Hajj once or 500 times, I don't believe Allah will accept it. Justice Aminuddin left. Now Justice Afridi is going too. Let's move to the next news, the military court's ruling. Justices Mandokale and Naeem Akhtar Afghan have declared the trial of civilians in military courts unconstitutional and have written dissenting notes. Although the majority verdict upheld the trials under military courts, These two judges argued that military laws apply only to soldiers and civilians deserve fair trials. They ordered the May 9th cases to be transferred to civilian courts, but the constitutional bench of 7 judges ruled 5-2 in favour of the military trials. Now, it may seem like Justices Naeem Afghan and Mandukayal are very principled judges, but that's not the case. Had the numbers required, these same judges would have declared military courts constitutional too. We didn't need a unanimous decision, we only needed a majority. So we let these two write dissenting notes to give them a chance to clean their slates. Let's not forget, these are the same judges who previously gave shameful decisions. They once wrote in a dissent that if the Election Commission finds a Supreme Court ruling unconstitutional, it can ignore it. That's rebellion against Pakistan's constitution. Technically, Article 6, high treason, could apply here if rule of law were upheld. Now, moving on to the next news, Senator Mushtaq Ahmed from Jamaat-e-Islami held a protest against human rights violations happening in Gaza. Due to this protest, he, Tahira Abdullah and other women were detained for violating Section 144. Inside information suggests authorities are trying to ensure no lawyer represents Senator Mushtaq in court, but inshallah, someone will step forward. You would be surprised to know that Jamaat-e-Islami is completely silent. This is not the first time Senator Mushtaq has been arrested for raising his voice for the oppressed, but the party he belongs to never stands by him. They happily rush to meet the Prime Minister, but do not support their own members' cause. Digital media sees everything now. The hypocrisy that once thrived is not so easy to sustain anymore. People should take note of Jamaat-e-Islami's actual position on Gaza and how it has abandoned Senator Mushtaq. Now to the next update. ISPR held a workshop where Ahmed Hassan Al-Arabi gave a lecture and presented a documentary labelling Fazlur Rahman and Imran Khan as enemies of the state. Fazlur Rahman's name was probably just added for formality. The real target is clearly Imran Khan. I had said before, ISPR is acting like a political party now. They are selling a new narrative that Imran Khan is anti-Pakistan, but the public knows the truth, that all the generals combined do not love Pakistan more than Imran Khan does. A quick update from Karachi: dacoits stole 3 sacrificial animals and a rickshaw from Aisha Manzil. Yes, they either robbed or stole them, and the police have not recovered anything so far. Now, people are questioning whether such a sacrifice would even be accepted by Allah, considering the animals were stolen. But what about the judges? People go for Hajj and we say they were invited by the divine, but are thieves and robbers also invited? Look at their faces and ask yourself, is it possible that God would invite them? I think they're actually summoned for reckoning, not honour. A social media account named Baba Kadka posted something brilliant. Pakistan's elite commits all sorts of oppression but wraps it up in a pious narrative that when they go to Hajj or Umrah, they claim only those invited by Allah go there. So the real purpose is to shut down criticism and present themselves as pious. But why would God invite someone like Justice Aminuddin or Afridi when their actions are oppressive and unjust? Can anyone say someone who has oppressed widows or harmed innocents like Zil Shah deserves to be honoured at the holy sites? Islam is clear, no deception. Allah's laws are black and white. No Arab is superior to a non-Arab, and no rich man is superior to a poor man. Only those with taqwa, piety and integrity stand above. So if we accept Aminuddin's Hajj as valid, we might as well accept the thieves' stolen animal sacrifice too, because morally the difference is only of degree, not of kind. Lastly, let me present the final news. Auria Makbul Jan, a prominent Pakistani bureaucrat, intellectual and writer. Some disagree with his ideology, some support it, but all recognize him as a reputable voice. He was previously arrested, silenced, and his employment was terminated. Just like others, even his extended family's bank accounts were blocked. Now he has revealed that his widowed sister, whose late husband was a retired income tax commissioner, has had her pension card blocked. Her husband left her only a small 3-mile house. They weren't corrupt, they lived honestly. And now her pension has been withheld. Auria Jan says he will present this card to Allah on the Day of Judgment as a symbol of injustice. Such injustice toward women and families in Pakistan has reached new levels. They tell us now that someone has the Quran in their chest, that they are a Hafiz and understand divine commands. Maybe there are divine instructions allowing such oppression, we wouldn't know. That wraps up our translation of Shahbaz Gill's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.